Hi, let me show you this method of adding materials into a 2D drawing from within AutoCAD itself. So without the need to go to Photoshop or other image processing applications. So I have a plan open here. I also have some elevations and here I have drawn a polyline to represent the area. So I want to add a material to this area. Similarly, I also want to add material onto this area. So I have drawn polylines on all that places. First of all, you have to convert this polyline into a region. So here, if you select this object, it shows it's a polyline. Let's type reg to convert this into a region. So I type reg there, and now if you pick this object, it shows it's a region. Similarly, let's convert also these two polylines into a region. So I'll type reg, and I'm going to select this one and this polyline. So both are now, it gives us a message that two regions are created. So if you pick this object now, it's a region, and similarly this one is also a region. So what is special about region is it can hold, it has got a surface, so it can hold materials. How to see that? Just change the visual style from the 2D wireframe. On a 2D wireframe, both polyline and region look same. So let's change that to shaded or realistic. Realistic will show the texture. In shaded, you will not be able to see the texture, but without texture, all of them look same. So let's go to shaded, and let's wait for a while because I have a slow laptop here. Let's wait for the shading to take effect. Yes, now that is shaded, and you see there is this area is clearly shaded, which is unlike the rest of other areas. But one problem I have here is I don't want this inner area to be of the same material, so I have to subtract it. So this is another property of region. You can subtract one region from another. So to do that, let's type SU for subtract. So let's pick this one, the big one, to subtract from, and let's pick the small one to subtract to. So here now that is subtracted. Now let's change. Let's see if you pick this object now, it is showing additional grips here. That means that is another a different area there. So if you change this from 2D wireframe to now shaded, you clearly will see the inner area not being shaded, meaning that is subtracted. Now let's go to the materials browser to add a material. So if you want to go to the material browser, type MAT to open the material browser. Let's close this properties window, and let's go to the material browser. So what you see here is all the materials from the library itself. We want to use our own, so here we come to the bottom here and create a new material in the document. So let's click there, and you have a lot of templates here to choose from, but instead of using all that, I'll be using a generic material. So you can pretty much add a lot of properties into this generic material. These are limited to its own properties. For example, mirror can have reflection. That's all. We cannot add a cutout, etc. Let's go to the new generic material, and now you have a new material open up. Now here there are too many windows. Let's not lose track of it. I have a material here created already. Let me delete it. Yes, so that's a new generic material. So let's give a name for this. Let's call this mat 1, and now we have this gray material. There is nothing to it. So here this gray is represented by this color, and you have an option to add an image to it. Let's click on the image to go to the image browser, and I have some images I saved here already. If you want to add your own, you can just photograph it, or you can just scan it and then add. These are all JPEG files or PNG files, any graphic format will be okay here. So you can see those types of file that are acceptable here. So let's add this material into that entrance. So that's kind of granite. Let's pick that and let's say open, and let's wait for that to load up. We have this now the granite loading up. Now you can keep an eye on these sizes, so whatever size you want, you can put that here. So what this means is in the 305 by 305 you have this many texture. So this makes sense if it is like a tile or something, so that you can have between 304 one tile or 304 two tiles, etc., which we can change at a later stage. At this moment, for this moment, I'll just accept this texture here. Let's close that, and you have that material displayed over here. So to add the material, pick the object you want to add the material to. So here in this case, I want to add the material to this area. Select the material and then click on the material once, and that material is now added. So now see, it is let's close this. It is kind of shaded. You are not seeing up the texture. That's because this visual style is still shaded. Let's change it to realistic, and when you change it to realistic, you'll be able to see those texture displayed over here. Now if you want to increase the density of the texture, simply go to that map, select the material, go to the map, and then change this scale size. So for example, here let me type 500 there, and since both are linked, so 500 makes it more spread out. Let's make it 200 so that it's more denser. Now within 200 you have that many textures. So that's also since this is linked, let me show you that. So the width and height is linked here. So once you change the width, it is changed, the height as well is changed. So if you don't want, you can unlink it, so you can change the width and height independently. So here let's close this, and now we have the material added over here. And here let's for this area, let's add another material. So the same procedure, go to new generic material, and then give a name. It's a good idea to give a name that shows the actual material. In this case, I'll add, just type MAT2 for material 2, and let's select another material. So here let's add here, let's add this tile here. So I'm picking that tile there, and I say open, and now that tile will come up here. Let's add the material. So simply pick the area where you want to add. It's a region, keep in mind, and then click on the material once. So here let's type MAT once again. That's your second material, MAT2. Pick the area and then pick on the tile, and you have that tile here. See, there is a problem with the tile. We can easily fix it. Let's edit let's go to edit the material. So here what you do is, once you have done the material, let me show you that once again. Type MAT. We have a couple of issues here. Once the texture is kind of rotated, and then also let's say we want to add more tiles here. So pick the material, right click it, and say edit. So we are in the edit, we are in the material editor again. Let's close one of the material browser. We need just one, the editor, and then pick on the map, so that we are inside the texture editor. Let's close the material editor. These are kind of modeless. No, it's not. So here let's pick one more time. Let's go to edit, and then click on the a texture editor. So we are inside the texture editor, and here we have a rotation parameter. So here you can just eyeball it. So let me type one. Let's see how that is. It's too much. So here let's type a number. I don't know which number will work perfectly. Let me try 2 degrees, Yeah, 2 degree looks okay. You can just try whatever number you want, and if you want like more tile here, all you do is increase the number. So right now, that what that means is within 305 you have 1 2 3.5 tiles. So here if you type 200 there, you'll be having more tiles in that space. So here clearly your tile size is increased over here. So like this you can add materials into the drawing. And let me show you another technique here. Let's say I want to add a plant at this area. So first you have to draw something to represent the plant. You can draw it in any shape. So here let me draw it as a circle, but keep an eye on the size so that we can type the correct size. So here let me see what size I've drawn. That's about that's around 133. Can be just a round figure or any number. Just remember that size. Let me put the dimension there so that we won't forget. So that's about that's a 133 centimeter in this case. So let's go to MAT to add a tree to that area. So I'll type MAT there, and let's create a new, again the same procedure, new material, and here let us call this tree, since that we know it's a tree. And here pick on the image, and let's pick on I have this date palm image. So let me make it slightly bigger. So this is the main image I have, and I also have some black and white images of the same. You have to do this in any kind of image processing application, or you can just go online and say invert images, etc. So here this is both are same images. Let me just show you slightly small. So this is your main image, that's a texture image, and this we will be adding as a cutout. We will see why we need this. First of all, let's select the material and say open, and now that is represented over here, also over here. So here, instead of seeing it on a sphere, you can change that to a cube, so that slightly more representative, because we are going to add it to a plane over there. Let's wait for it to update. Yeah, here, and let's make this slightly bigger. So now you see we have 4 tiles there. We don't want that to happen, because in this case we don't want to tile it. So that's because that image is tiled. You can see that in the texture editor, the horizontal and vertical repeat, yeah, is tiled. So let's make it none, so there will be only no horizontal or no vertical. So that is now just one single image there. And see the size is 304. That is not our case. It was about 133. So let's type that number. Let's change that number to 133, and that is to represent our don't worry about the rest of the area. That's okay, because this is exactly what we want. We want our one full tree to show up in that much space. So here we are not let's add this straight away and see what's the effect. So here I'll close this, and I will also close the material editor, so that just a material browser opened up there. First we have to convert this. Let's remove the dimension, and let's convert this into a region. So that's the circle is now a region, and select the circle, and then add the tree material. Now we have it here. That's one single tile, which also the size fits properly, but we have this area, this white area. This is what we are going to remove using that black and white map. So here let's pick this material once again. Let's go to edit, and then here there is a property of a material. So let's go to the material editor and see what are the options that are available. So if you come down, that is the first only one property where we added the map. Let's minimize it. We also have some other properties for cutouts, so we are going to activate this one. So click on the check mark, and then the cutout, for the cutout image, you can click on the image, and then choose that black and white. So what's happening here, what will happen here is the white area will be represented by this area, and this white area here will be blocked out by this black area here. So let's click that image, let's say open, and let's make sure we give the same size. So it's important that we have our image cutout size matches to that of image. So that's what is about 133. So let's close this and let's see how that is. So here we now don't see the background area. So like this you can add a tree or a person walking, all those things can be added in this manner. So this is the procedure to add materials within AutoCAD. You don't want, it's very easy, and also you can see how easy it is to edit the image or change the image, etc. at a later date. And finally, if you want to take an output of this, you can simply type plot. So in this case I'm going to convert this into a JPEG image, as will be in most cases of presentation type drawing. So here I type plot, and here I'm going to convert this into a PDF. You can convert it into a PDF or a JPEG. So let's see a high quality PDF, and let's pick a window, and let's see how that is. So here I'm going to see a preview of this, and let's see how it show up. So it shows up okay. So in case if you face any problem, you have to make sure that the shade plot is as displayed. So in most cases, if it is 2D, it will be like a wireframe. If it is a wireframe, you will not be able to see all those maps. So here make sure instead of let's wait for it to come out, the shade plot to not to wireframe but to as displayed, or realistic even, to show up those texture which we just added. So like this we can add 2D images into your drawing from within AutoCAD itself. So if you like this video, put that in the comments, and please like, also please subscribe my channel, and let me know about this method. I don't know what method you use. Please share your thoughts in the comments area. So see you later in another video, and have a nice day.